Alright, what's happening, y'all? It's yours truly, Rocky, in the building. Ignore the mess. But I'm actually here live. I'm gonna actually show you all how what I usually like to do is I like to set up some of the legendary players with the current roster and see who can really have a really good matchup. So what I do is when I go on the menu here, I go to create, roster control, roster control. Excuse me, folks, I apologize. But I just click on the Orioles, click player movement, and then I go here to free agents, and then we have mid-century groundbreakers, expansion era boomers, long ball beasts, and that's all. So this roster right now has been updated since the trade deadline just ended yesterday. A lot of great moves. Comment below what was your biggest shocking move in the trade deadline. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up some of the players to the teams, and then we'll just go on and we'll save it, and then pretty soon we could probably do like a good postseason matchup and see how that will fare out. So that being said, let's get started. So we have now see like the free agents, some of them like you see Bryce Harper, they will have like a preset uniform already on. So that would mean we would have to go ahead and let's go ahead and click Bryce Harper, and let's go all the way to the Washington Nationals. And what I like to do, I like to find the lowest ranks and base off the position. Make it much easier for the roster to be completely set. So we go here, he's an outfielder, and we'll set that up. Willie Mays with the San Francisco Giants. Let's see if we can find an outfielder. Gee. Hey. Here we go. Outfielder. Bam. Garrett Cole. Most likely he'll be with the Astros, but I'll get with that later. Yadier Molina. Now, he's currently with the Cardinals. So what I would do, I would like to highlight. See, the current Yadier is a 77, but let's up him to the 99. See how it could boost. Todd Hilton, nothing. Brett Saberhagen, Mark Pryor, Fergie Jenkins, Earl Hershiser, Nick Swisher, Johnny Gomes, Adrian Gonzalez, Giovanni Soto, Sean Green, Jason Giambi, John Smoltz, right here, Atlanta Braves. So let's send him to Atlanta. Pitcher, there we go. Mike Mussina with the Yankees. There we go. Kenny Lofton, Jim Edmonds, Monte Irvin, Eric Gagne, Evan Longoria with the Tampa Bay Rays. Infielder, there we go. Nolan Ryan with the Texas Rangers. Billy Williams, Alfonso Soriano, Albert Pujols. Okay. Again, St. Louis. Currently at 74 Pujols. Let's up it to 95. Craig Kimbrell with Atlanta. Troy Glaus, Brian Roberts, Jorge Posada, Cliff Lee, Andrew McCutchen to Pittsburgh. Paul Molitor with the Milwaukee Brewers. Miguel Cabrera, the Miami Marlins. Eddie Murray, Baltimore Orioles. Prince Fielder, Rob Dibble, Lee Smith, Pedro Martinez. Oh, this one goes to the Dodgers. Randy Johnson to the Giants. Zach Greinke with Kansas City. 83 currently. This is a 92. That should boost him up a bit. Davis Justice, Larry Doby, Jason Bay, Brandon Rebb, Roy Oswalt, Mad Bum to the Giants. Bert Blyleven to Cleveland. Vinny Castilla, Paul Konerko, Jason Kendall, Chipper Jones. Ken Griffey Jr. to Seattle. Jay Boner, Dante Bichette, Shane Victorino, Juan Pierre, Torre Hunter, AJ Burnett. Johnny Damon goes to Kansas City. Brian Wilson to the Giants. Cole Hamels to the Phillies. Adam Dunn, Al Leiter, Nelson Cruz to Texas. Harold Baines, Steve Finley, Johnny Damon, Garrett Anderson, Michael Young, Larry Walker, Edgar Martinez with Seattle. Didn't they just had another Edgar Martinez? Or am I tripping? Jacob deGrom with the Mets. Now see here, the current Jacob deGrom's a 99. We don't need an upgrade here. Jason Giambi with the Yankees. Infield. Babe Ruth with Boston. Phil Niekro with the Braves. Bruce Sutter with the Cardinals. Troy Percival, Jason Hayward with Atlanta. Willie Stargell with the Pirates. Todd Hilton with Colorado. Chris Sale with the White Sox. Ken Griffey Sr., Keith Hernandez, Duke Snyder going to LA. He's a center fielder. Tony Gwynn with the Padres. Tim Salmon, Rob Nen, Catfish Hunter. This one's going to Oakland. Robbie Cano, Oliver Perez, Cal Ripken Jr. going to Baltimore. Mike Napoli to the Angels. Yeah, that's all I'll do there. Michael Conforto, Clayton Kershaw. Nope, the current one's much better. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub. Sausage with the White Sox. Billy Williams with Oakland. Prince Fielder to Detroit. Charlie Fingers to Oakland. That was the Philadelphia A's uniform. And there's like a lot of free agents out there. Lot of free. So let's go ahead and see what other legends that I know for sure certain teams can pick up on. Garrett Cole, we could put him with the Astros. Number 45. Now I believe the Seattle Mariners have Yadier Martinez, right? Yep. At third base. Now I think this one, I don't know. Eric Davis, not so sure. Luis Gonzalez, I know is Arizona. We already got Todd Hilton with Colorado. Brett Saberhagen is with Kansas City. Mark Pryor, Chicago Cubs. Fergie Jenkins, not so sure. I'll put Oral Hershiser with LA. Nick Swisher, he's been with a lot of teams. Johnny Gomes, Adrian Gonzalez, he was with the Padres, the Dodgers. Let's see. Do the Padres got a big first base? I'll put him in San Diego. You know, why not? Giovanni Soto, Sean Green, Jason. Now this Jason Giambi, I think is with Colorado, because he hit a lot of home runs with them. Kenny Lofton, I believe is with Cleveland. Jim Edmonds, Cardinals. Monte Irvin, Eric Gagne, he got big with the long, what is it? Most saves in a row with like 80-something saves for a span of like 2-3 seasons. Soriano, he's been everywhere. Maybe we'll put him in Washington. Washington or Chicago. We'll save you for later. Troy Glaus. Jorge Posada's with the Yankees for sure. That I know. I grew up with looking at Yankees baseball. Posada was catching. He knows how to pick off players. Cliff Lee started his career with Cleveland, so I'll put you right there. Prince Fielder, we already got him one spot in Detroit. Oh yeah, he's right there. So this one is definitely like his dominance in Milwaukee. Rob Dibble, Lee Smith, Larry Doby was the first black man to play baseball in the American League with the Cleveland now Guardians, but yeah, Jackie Robinson was the first to break the color barrier, but Larry Doby was the first in the American League. Jason Bay, he was with the Pittsburgh Pirates when Pittsburgh started to get better. Only got to the first round and that's it, but at least they didn't have like 100 losses like 20,000 times. Roy Oswalt is with the Astros. Sorry, Jordan, we're going to have to change your number. Vinny Castilla, Colorado. Paul Konerko to the Chicago White Sox. Jason Candle. Dante Bichette with Colorado. Shane Victorino, he was everywhere. Juan Pierre had a few teams. Torre Hunter, I know he played with the Twins and the Angels, but he's definitely big with the Twins. He was definitely big with Minnesota. AJ Burnett, Adam Dunn. Oh my. Cincinnati, Chicago White Sox. I don't know. We'll get to him. Harold Baines, Steve Finley. Now this Johnny Damon's going to Boston. Helped break the curse in 04. Garrett Anderson, Michael Young for Texas. Larry Walker, he's been with a lot of teams. We already did Jacob DeBron, Troy Person. King Griffey Sr., we'll put him with Seattle. Playing with his son, Ken Jr. Keith Hernandez, number 17. That is the Mets, Keith Hernandez. And they just retired his number. Alright. Now we can go to some of the other players, especially here at like mid-century ground. Hank Aaron, Atlanta. Mickey Mantle to the Yankees. Brooks Robinson, I believe Minnesota. Stretch McCovey to the Giants. Roberto Clemente, Pittsburgh. Baseball fans, how is Roberto Clemente not in the All-Century team? How is he not? Honus Wagner, I believe, was with Boston? I'm going to get my phone. Stan the Man Musial, one of the greatest St. Louis Cardinals of all time. Jimmy Fox, Willie Mays. We just had Willie Mays. Ralph Keiner, Cy Young is with Boston. Walter Johnson, I believe the Nash. Big Bob Gibson, he's going to St. Louis. Babe Ruth. So we had Babe Ruth in Boston. We gotta have Babe Ruth with New York. Tom Seaver, Christy Mathewson, Eddie Matthews, Jackie Robinson to LA. Rather, Brooklyn. Lou Gehrig to New York. I'm telling you, them Yankees gonna be hella loaded. Johnny Bench to Cincinnati. Lefty Grove, Robin Roberts, Raleigh Fingers, Phil Negro, Minnie Minoso, Hal Neuhauser, Duke Snyder, Al Kaline, Orlando Cepeda, Harmon Killebrew, Ernie Banks, Bill Mazeroski, he was with Pittsburgh. We're going to go back to everybody else later. That way I know for sure. Whitey Ford, he pitched for the Yankees. Joe Torre, he caught with a lot of teams, but he was really big with the Cardinals. Warren Spahn, Bob Feller, Richie Ashburn, Ron Santo with the Cubs. Louis Aparicio, seen by many as one of the greatest players in White Sox history. You know, other than Shoeless Joe Jackson, Frank Thomas, and that's about it. Juan Marichal, I believe, was with the Giants. But I'll get to that when we get. Next up, Ryan Sandberg. He played for the Cubs and he managed the Phillies. George Brett, the greatest player in Kansas City Royal history. Eddie Murray, we already got him. Gary Carter, catching for the Mets. Ken Griffey Jr., we have one in Seattle, so I'm going to put this one with the Reds. I'll change. Yeah, I'm going to change his number to number 30. Nolan Ryan. Now, here's the thing with Nolan Ryan. I would like to put him in the Astros, but I think the Astros pitching has been so Garrett Cole, Justin Verlander, Roy Oswalt, Javier, Lance McCullers Jr., Framber Valdez, Luis Garcia. He also played with the Angels, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, on MLB The Show, you know how they got the cards to let you know what players did what? He started out big with the Angels, so I'm going to put him with LA for now. Mike Piazza, I'll put him with the Mets. Yeah, he also caught for the Dodgers too, but let's give New York their moment. Vida Blue, Dennis Eckersley, Joe Morgan with Cincinnati. He also played with the Astros too, but he really got his name bigger with Cincinnati. Mike Schmidt, to me, the greatest Philadelphia Philly of all time. Michael Jack Schmidt. Cal Ripken Jr., Don Sutton, Ricky Henderson. Ricky played with everybody. He played with everybody. Got big with the Oakland A's. I'm going to put him with Oakland. He's an outfielder. I got to put the outfielder. There we go. Alan Trammell, Reggie Jackson. He also big in Oakland. Let's see what number. Number 9. Yep. Now, if it was number 44, then I put him with the Yankees. Dave Parker, Tony Gwynn, Robin Yount, Milwaukee. Ozzie Smith with St. Louis. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Already got Willie Stargell, Tony Perez, Wade Boggs. I'll put Wade in Tampa. J.R. Richard with Houston. See? I knew we'll have some more pitching coming. J.R. Richard. Jim Palmer, Don Mattingly, Andre Dawson, the Hawk. I'll put him with the Cubbies. Fernando Valenzuela to the LA Dodgers. Paul Molitor. Did we already get him? Yeah, we already got him in Milwaukee. So this Paul Molitor is going to Toronto. Richard Goose Gossage, Burt Blyleven, Catfish Hunter, Lou Brock, Rock Carew, Jim Riceson, Rod Guidry, John Franco. He was a reliever for the Mets too. Alright. And now, as we got to these, let's look at long ball beast. Vlad Guerrero Sr. Where should I put Vlad Guerrero Sr.? Angels, Nationals, probably the Angels. Who do they have in the outfield? Mike Trout, Taylor Ward. Okay, we'll get him to the Angels. He did real big with the Angels. Jeff Bagwell, obviously. Many people consider him the greatest Houston Astro of all time. One of the greatest. To me, he's the greatest Astro. Next to Craig Biggio. Pudge. Man, Pudge went everywhere. Texas, Marlins, Houston, everywhere. I'm going to get back to him later. Another Larry Walker sighting. So we got, what, 2 Larry Walkers? Probably Colorado and the Nationals. We already got Chipper Jones. Randy Johnson. I will put him with Seattle. This Pedro Martinez. Now, he doesn't have long hair, so he doesn't have the Red Sox. He also pitched for, I believe, Montreal, which happens to be Washington. The Montreal Expos used to be the Washington Nationals. And Pedro was one of those guys that, if 94 did not have a strike, there was a good chance they would have won the World Series that year. Greg Maddox, Atlanta. Let's see, do we have him already? I don't think so. Craig Biggio with the Astros. Frank Thomas, I'll put him with the White Sox. Excuse me, folks. Mariano Rivera. I mean, do we even have to say anything where he needs to go? Gary Sheffield, he's been to a few teams. Doc Holliday, he's been around a few teams. Toronto, Philly. I'll boost up Toronto's pitching just a little bit. We already got Mike Mussina, Barry Larkin. He was a shortstop for the Reds. Big Papi, David Ortiz. Gotta put him with them Bo Sox. Yes, he started his career with Minnesota. But Big Papi, man. Joe Mauer with Minnesota. Jimmy Rollins with the Phillies. Chase Utley with the Phillies. There we go. Jim Thome. Now, Jim Thome, I might have to put with Cleveland. Though he went everywhere, for sure. He really got his big start with the Cleveland. Like Grady Sizemore. Carlos Delgado, I'll put him with the Blue Jays. Billy Wagner again. This one I'll put in Philly, though we already had one in Houston. Tom Glavine, Atlanta. Trevor Hoffman to the Padres. Ryan Howard to Philly. Let's find an infielder now. Here we go. Joe Nathan. Joe Nathan, man, he's been all over. Justin Morneau, I know, is with Minnesota. Kevin Youkilis, I'll put him with the Red Sox. We already got John Smoltz with Atlanta. Curtis Granderson. What y'all think? Mets? Marlins? We'll come back. Joe Carter to the Blue Jays. World Series walk-off. Jarrett Weaver, I'll put with the Angels. Kerry Wood to the Cubs. Dontrell Willis to the Marlins. Old D-Tray. Houston Street. Colorado maybe. Mike Napoli and Brian Wilson. Now Brian Wilson with the big beard, I believe, is with the Dodgers. Mike Napoli. Didn't we get him with the Angels already? I could have sworn I thought we had him. Yep. All right. Now, again, there are some out here that either, you know, I could look up on my my phone here real quick. Because I know there's a lot of these great legends that they need to go to different teams, you know? But I just need to know for sure where's a great team to put them. So, first one we're going to look at is Ralph Keiner. Let's see. Ralph. Pirates, Cubs, home run leader. Oh, Pirates. We'll put Ralph Keiner with Pittsburgh. Because the Pirates actually retired his number. Yep. Pirates number 4. So we'll put Ralph Keiner with Pittsburgh. Walter Johnson, I believe he was with DC. Brooks Robinson. Now, I remember hearing about Brooks Robinson. The human vacuum cleaner, Mr. Hoover himself. Baltimore Orioles. Okay. He was with the Orioles his entire career. Wow, that is interesting. Honus Wagner. I want to say Pittsburgh. Yep, I knew it. Man, you can see there's a lot of legends on a lot of these teams. Ain't no telling what could be a great matchup. Tom Seaver. I believe he was with the Mets. Yep, Mets, Reds, White Sox, and Red Sox. He's a Met and Red Hall of Famer, but the Mets retired his number. So, buddy, you're going back to New York with the Mets, man. Wow, he pitched a no-hitter. Jimmy Fox. I put Kimmy. I put Kimmy instead of Jimmy. The A's, Red Sox, Cubs, and Phillies. Well, if he got a big Philly connection, then I'm gonna have to put him with, because he's a Philly Hall of Fame, the Wall of Philly Baseball Wall of Fame, Oakland A's Hall of Fame, and a Red Sox Hall of Fame. I'll put Jimmy with Oakland. Should I do? Yeah, because he won 2 World Series with the A's. He's a 9-time All-Star, 3-time AL MVP. Yeah, he was with the Philadelphia A's. Yeah, the A's went from Philadelphia to Kansas City to Oakland. And word is they may move to Vegas pretty soon, because their attendances are so low. Alright, Christy Masterson. Giants. It's kind of weird that a guy would be called Christy and he's fine with it. Eddie Matthews, I believe that is Atlanta. But let's see, I think I already have him. Do I? No. We already got Willie Mays. Robin Roberts. Wow, who'd have thought that there are two people with that name? Robin Roberts. The Astros and the Cubs. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna put him in with Philly. Lefty Grove. Okay. Lefty Grove. The A's and the Red Sox. He was both in a. I'll send him to Oakland. Raleigh Fingers. Now here's the thing with Raleigh Fingers. Raleigh Fingers played with a lot of teams. Well, only 3 actually. He played with the A's, the Padres, and the Brewers. Now, I think if I'm not mistaken, yeah, see, we already got him here in Oakland. Should we? I may have to do the Brewers because Milwaukee actually, he got the mustache out there. Phil Negro, we already got him, but just to verify, to make sure. Cleveland, Toronto, and Atlanta, and the Braves again. Yeah, so Minnie Minoso, I believe, is the White Sox. Mr. White Sox. Wow, he's known as Mr. White Sox. Really? Minnie Minoso. Mr. White Sox. Okay. Well, we now know who's their all-time favorite player in the franchise. Alcali, I believe, was with Detroit. I believe he was with the Detroit Tigers most of his career. I'm gonna look up Duke Snider real quick. Dodgers, Mets, and Giants. Yeah, I think he'll be fine with just the Dodgers. He's definitely with the Dodgers for sure. Hal Newhouser. Detroit and Cleveland, but mostly Detroit. So, Detroit, you got another one. Orlando Cepeda. Now, I think he was with the Giants, if I'm not mistaken. Giants, Cardinals, Braves, A's, Red Sox, and Royals. 11-time All-Star, won the world title with St. Louis, MVP with St. Louis, Giants number retired. Yep, he's going to San Francisco. Harmon Stretch Killebrew. Oh, Harmon the Killer Killebrew. It's Willie Stretch McCovey. And I think I already got him in. Harmon Killebrew. Twins. Duh. I swore I thought it was Minnesota. Ernie Banks, already got him. Now, Joe Torre caught with St. Louis. He played mostly with the Cardinals. Let's find a weak catcher. There we go. Warren Spahn. I do see the Braves, so I'm assuming he's a Braves guy. Braves, Mets, Giants. Yeah, Braves. You could kind of tell how these franchises are much older. They got more legendary players. You see what I'm saying, folks? It's amazing. Richie Ashburn. Excuse me. Okay, check out Mr. Richie Ashburn's nicknames. Putt Putt, the Tilden Flash, and Whitey. I kid y'all not. Those are his actual nicknames. Phillies, Cubs, and Mets. Oh yeah, I see a lot of Phillies on him, so I'll put him in Philadelphia. Big Bob Feller, I believe we already got him in Cleveland. If I'm not mistaken. Because I think he is, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe he's with Cleveland. And look, AEW is a starting. But I gotta do this for all my lovely baseball fans. Oh yeah. Juan Marichal, I remember he's with the Giants. Dennis Eckersley, I'll put him closing for Oakland. Vida Blue, was he with them Giants? I think Vida Blue was with the Giants too. Ah. Oh, he was with the A's dynasty. And look at that. I'm already here in Oakland. There we go. Don Sutton. Don Sutton with the Dodgers, Astros, Brewers, A's, Angels, and Dodgers again. Okay, so he went to the Dodgers twice. I'm putting you in LA. Already got Eddie Murray. Already got Cal Ripken Jr. Dave Parker. He's been to a lot of teams. I'm going to go ahead and even out. I'm going to send him to San Diego to help, just to help out the Padres. Because he was with the Yankees as well. And a few others. But Yankees are already loaded. Alan Trammell. His entire playing career was with the Detroit. Already got Tony Gwynn, got Willie Stargell, Tony Perez. Cincinnati. Jim Palmer. Played with the Baltimore Orioles. Don Mattingly. Now, Don Mattingly, if I'm not mistaken, was he with them Dodgers? I know he managed them. And now he's with the Marlins. As a player, he played for the Yankees. Okay. Damn. Catfish Hunter was also a Yankee. Lou Brock was with St. Louis. Rod Carew with the Angels. I remember that. Some of it's starting to come back to me. Bert Blyleven. What other team did Bert pitch? Twins, Rangers, Pirates, Indians, Twins, and Angels. Twins. What about the Goose? Richard Goose Gossage. New York, San Diego. I'm gonna give them to San Diego. New York is the Yankees are so loaded. Alright, 3 more. I got Jim Rice. Boston. Tom Henke. With the Blue Jays. And then Ron Guidry. And I think that'll be all of it. He played with the Yankees. All right. And then we got the long ball beasts. Larry Walker, I will put with Colorado. Pudge. Let me take him to the Marlins. Especially since that's where he got his ring at. Gary Sheffield. Let me really look at all the teams he played for. I remember him for sure with them Yanks. Oh, he also played for the Marlins too. Brewers, Padres, Marlins, Dodgers, Braves, Yankees, Tigers, and Mets. Oh, he got a world title with the Marlins? Yeah, you're going to Miami, bro. Mike Mussina. I always want to make sure before I put them in their roster. He played for the O's and the Yankees. Okay. The Orioles and the Yankees. Joe Nathan. Woo! Giants, Twins, Rangers, Tigers, and Cubs. Twins Hall of Fame. He made the Twins Hall of Fame. Good job, man. Good job. Oh, Joe Nathan's from Houston. Nice. He was born in Houston. Rob Nen.